St. Peter's Square is electric.
Ac reverendissimum Dominum, Dominum Robertum Franciscum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae, Cardinalem Prevost.
Cameras flash, bells toll, and then he appears. Pope Leo XIV, formerly Robert Prevost, the first pontiff of the AI era. He steps to the microphone, and instead of speaking only of faith, he speaks of code, algorithms, and shadows in the system. Opaque algorithms are rewriting what it means to be human, he says. The church must respond. A bold echo of another Leo, Leo XIII, who once rallied Catholics during the chaos of the Industrial Revolution. Now, rewind even further. The church has always stood at a crossroads of power and fear. Plague, empires, heresy, even Hitler once had plans for the Vatican. Always a target, always watched. But this time, the threat is invisible. Lines of code, deep fakes, algorithms that don't sleep. Pope Leo isn't just warning about AI. He's declaring it a moral battlefield, and what happens next will shake the digital foundations of the Holy See forever. Before Pope Leo, before AI threats, the Vatican had already been under siege, but not by tanks or tyrants, but by hackers. The first breach comes from Anonymous, masked hacktivists protesting church scandals. They flood the Vatican's website, Vatican.va, with so much traffic it crashes for a full day. No data stolen, no vaults cracked, but the message very clear. Even moral giants, like the Catholic Church, can be taken down by cheap code and righteous fury. Red Delta, a Chinese state-sponsored group, spearfishes the Vatican during the secret negotiations with Beijing over the appointment of bishops. Emails compromised, sensitive data siphoned. It wasn't just espionage, it was a geopolitical warfare disguised as spam. Then comes 2022. The world is watching Ukraine burn. Pope Francis condemns the Russian invasion, and within 24 hours, the Vatican's online presence vanishes. Experts say it wasn't a coincidence. It was a warning. Speak too loudly, and your servers will pay. And finally, the most mysterious blow of all. November 2024. An abnormal number of interactions crashed nearly every Vatican site. But this time, no claim of responsibility, no ransom demand, just silence and darkness. Basic security failures. No DNS protection, no firewalls. It was like leaving the gates wide open in a storm. Some whispered about a botnet. Others, the timing, days after Ukraine's First Lady visited, meant it was no accident. The Vatican had become a symbol, a target, and perhaps a proving ground for what's coming next. After years of silence and sabotage, something changes. The Holy See signs a pact with Italy's National Cybersecurity Agency. Information sharing, joint training, a first step. But behind the scenes, an army is already forming. They call them the Cyberwarriors. InfoSec pros from around the world, Catholic or not, patching Vatican sites in the dead of night, running pen tests, donating cloud power. One of them calls the threat level orange, one step below max. The fight is real, but the odds? Still brutal. In 2024, the Vatican scored 0 out of 20 in the Global Cybersecurity Index, ranked Tier 5, dead last. Why? Because even with 1.4 billion faithful, the Vatican has the smallest sovereign budget on earth. It's like guarding the crown jewels with a shoelace and a prayer. Still, they're pushing forward, quietly, desperately, because they know what's coming isn't just about faith. It's about survival. But the Vatican is just the tip of the digital crucifix. Across the US, many parishes run on volunteers, and on systems older than most TikTok users. A 2023 study found dozens of churches still using routers with default passwords like admin123. And ransomware gangs, they've noticed. Criminals target schools and churches because insurance pays fast, and the PR fallout makes silence attractive.
Let us talk to you, Archbishop. It's time for you to come out and face us. Time is running out for you, and time is running out for us.
This isn't about firewalls. It's about trust. When your child's confirmation photos are stolen, when your priest's email is cloned to scam donations, the sacred becomes digital shrapnel. The church's global reach makes it a goldmine for cyber criminals, and faith alone can't fix a server breach. Pope Leo XIV knows what's at stake. He took the name Leo for a reason, because he believes the AI revolution is as defining as the industrial one, maybe even more. But now comes the hard part: action. First, the church needs its own CISO, a Chief Information Security Officer, with real authority across every Vatican department. Not symbolic, but tactical. If the Vatican, a 2,000-year-old institution wrapped in robes and ritual, can harden its defenses, then any nonprofit can. This moment isn't just for Catholics. It's for anyone who believes human dignity must survive in a digital age. Will the first truly digital pope also become the church's first cyber saint?